Hi everyone, and welcome to Heather's mom's house. So, who is Heather and who is her mom? Well, this is not her mom, that's actually my mom on that elegant lion, because who doesn't need two silver lions in front of their house? But this is Heather, and she hired me to help her sort out her mom's house after she passed away last year, which is just the most recent death that she has experienced in her family, and I'll talk about that more in just a minute, but just wanted to show you a little bit around the house and some of the sorting that has already been done by Heather and her sister and Heather's friend. But her mom's name was Dorothy, and Dorothy loved her leggings and her tank tops and her flip-flops, and every time we thought we'd found all we could, there was more. So this was one of the most interesting houses I've ever organized. So many fun things here. So we're actually starting in the basement, and my mom's going to be helping me through some of this series. Just to let you know, this is going to be probably 4 parts because I spent about 14 days here over the course of 2 months. And so there's a lot of footage. But each video is going to be a little bit different in purpose because there's a lot of stuff that we learned through this whole process of getting ready for a yard sale, which, by the way, was kind of the point of getting this all sorted out. But I'll also touch on topics like what to do with a loved one's things after they've passed, and with what your options are and how to deal with that stuff. So as I get started sorting here, I'm going to give you a little sample of how fun Heather is.
I will.
Shall we
Nice.
Look at all my bees.
Look, she's a singer too.
But I make up my own songs.
Yay.
Yeah, she was so much fun, like that all the time. In fact, we didn't even get started on this until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We got there at like 10, but didn't get started till like 4 because she just wanted to talk, and just get to know us. And anyway, we just had a lot of fun together that first day, and she was totally somebody I could be myself around. So that, coupled with the fact that I'm working with my mom, I tend to get a little bit, let's say, immature. I like to think I'm fun, but it might be considered immature. Oh, did you want to poop in a box and just send it in randomly? Why do we have a Cologuard in here? Have you ever had to do that?
No.
Yeah, I had to do that and then still had to have a colonoscopy.
Oh, these are that kind that you can keep with you if you need to suddenly wear something.
You need to suddenly wear some flip-flops.
No, like wedding receptions and you're in high heels and you're just like, I just had it and whatever.
You just keep them in your pocket? What the heck?
No, they're supposed to be that way for a reason. I can't remember.
Funny.
It's like sandals in a pocket.
Okay, I'm keeping you distracted. Imagine that.
Don't let me do that to you.
So like I said, each of these videos in this series will have a little bit different purpose. So this one has a little bit more of a fun vibe to it because we did have a lot of fun that first day, which was really odd considering that Heather has lost so many family members in the last few years. And I think she was just ready to be done with the grieving and moving on and all that. So it was kind of nice that she got a little relief from the grief. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I just did. So anyway, just to give you a little bit of a background on what she's gone through in the last few years. She has lost her dad, her biological dad, her mom most recently, like I mentioned. She's had 2 sisters pass away, and then her stepdad and her 2 Yorkies, which were basically her babies because she doesn't have any children of her own, so they may as well have been birthed from her, as she would say. So a lot of loss in the last just few years. And so she's been grieving for quite a while. And since she was the main caregiver to all of them as they were passing away and throughout their lives, she was left this house by her mom. And so she's been, going through some emotional turmoil, trying to figure out what to do with all this stuff, and is finally at a point that she's ready to let go.
I mean, it looks like they've got little fur on them.
Yeah. Yep. Probably
Lucifer.
Lucifer. Wow. This has Lucifer all over it.
You gotta love those unintended jokes. And speaking of those blankets with Lucy fur on them, the ones that weren't nice and maybe a little bit ratty, we ended up taking to the animal shelter, because what else are you gonna do with them? Throw them away? No. The animal shelter loves stuff like that. So I bagged them up and took it to the animal shelter.
We're making a mess down here.
Organized piles.
So the first day on a job is always interesting because you never know what you're going to come across. And I did not expect to come across so many things that were new with tags or new without tags even. But the sheer amount of pillows and blankets and comforter sets and boots and towels. And I mean, this isn't even mentioning the leggings and all that stuff yet. It was just so much stuff in really good shape.
Mother,
Yes.
look at what I did. Look at what I did.
It is beautiful.
I know, I love it. Thanks so much. Sorry I didn't show you that, but I'll show it to you another time.
And if you're thinking I've already showed you that because it's just a pocket fold, well, it's not. It is a little bit different than the pocket fold. I mean, there ends up being a pocket for this pillow. Look how cute that pillow is in there. But I did it a little bit differently than the video that I have about the pocket fold. There wasn't enough room out here to spread that blanket out to do the demonstration here in front of you guys, but I will some other time, I promise.
Oh, and then guess what? I didn't
Mother, you're so childish.
We could even do a duel.
Yeah. Pick up more things and I'm gonna get you.
Oh, it's like chomp chomp.
Wow. Nice. These are fun. I don't know how fun these were. I've never tried one.
Oh, they are awesome.
Grapes. Grapes.
No clothes were hurt.
If you would have done something similar with your mom or wish that you could have, I think that's a sign that you need to like this video and subscribe, because you can live vicariously through us.
I don't think these are going to be big enough.
Not that. We'll see. Mother, just try it.
Honey, it doesn't even go around one. It won't work.
Yeah, just make it work. Stuff it. Fine. Why can't you make it bigger? We're fine. Okay, there's one. Another one.
These are the animal shelter blankets, by the way, which is the only reason I'm just stuffing them in there. Oh, and if you keep noticing the light going on and off in the other room, that's because it kept flickering. It was driving me crazy, so I had to shut it off for a little while, turn it back on, and then it would cooperate for a little bit.
I don't normally like green, but oh wait, green's your favorite color.
Mine?
Yeah. I swear your favorite color is green.
Oh, okay, just say so.
I swear you told me your favorite color is green. I've always thought that was your favorite color.
No, I like the salmon and the teal, light blue, not green.
My whole life is a lie.
Well, I changed.
I know her favorite color was green at one point because she said that it reminded her of the outdoors because everything was green. So I'm not making that up. I think she has early onset dementia. Siblings, back me up here.
So is that a massage table?
I don't know. I can't really tell. Or chiropractic table? I don't know. Oh, here we go. This is what it is. Slender you, tone at home.
What it's
I don't know.
an exercise thing or something?
Yeah, that's a very complicated, big exercise thing. Holy cow, how much could this have been? This is crazy. Saddlebag. Like, you can get rid of your saddlebags.
Oh, put me on it all night long.
Yeah. I know, right? It's like,
Do you have to do the work or?
I know.
So we asked Heather about this later, and I did a little research on my own. But apparently these Slender U machines came out, I think, around 1988. And there are still a few clubs left that you can go in and use these machines for exercise. And lucky you guys, you get a demonstration of this a little bit later. Okay, so we are winding things down for this day because it's pretty late. I think it's probably like 8 or 8:30 and we still have an hour drive home. So anyway, came back the next day, August 6th, and started right back in this room. And we are taking all this stuff out to the garage is what we decided to do with this because it would free up a lot of room. And anyway, I'm going to give you a little different point of view on where this is going. Woo!
And then I'll probably get some more.
So you guys get to come along with me to go grab another load that my mom is bringing to this landing, and then I'm grabbing it from there and taking it outside and throwing it at Heather. You'll see what I mean here in a second. I thought she was gonna catch this, but yeah, she was not planning on catching at all.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to catch it.
Okay, we are going to clear the rest of this in super speed. Do you see what I mean about the flickering light and how annoying it is? Yeah, it was going to give me a seizure. All right, this is just everything we took out to the garage. And then this is the laundry room. And my mom is going to get started in here while I'm out shooting a members only video. But, and I'll show up here in just a second. But we are just sorting through these shirts to pull out anything that says Cabo San Lucas on it because Heather is about to take a trip down there, and like she already has, obviously this was a couple months ago, but for her birthday, her 50th birthday, she was going down there because she has almost like a second family in Cabo, and she wanted to take all the shirts that said Cabo on them that belonged to some of the family members that had passed away because it was kind of their favorite spot, but she just wanted to take it back to some of the people that actually live in Cabo. So that's what we're doing, is sorting those out. Okay, now coming up is the demonstration of that crazy machine because Heather insisted that we try it. She had gone to a hair appointment. She's like, oh, you should totally try out the machine. So this was originally just a members only video, but now I'm releasing it on here for you guys too. You are so welcome. So here is the Slender U Tone at Home machine. Works like magic. Okay guys, I'm about to put myself on a torture device. Here, I'm gonna turn, hold on, around. Okay, now you can turn it around. And this
keep
way.
it.
Yeah, like that. Okay, we don't know really what this does yet, but Heather told us we could try it. So, start. Ah! Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Woo, that's massaging my buns. Oh, that's actually feels kind of nice. That's supposed to be an exercise? Hold on.
And you got your...
So I'm supposed to resist. Hold on. I don't know how to like adjust the settings. Hold on. Let's see what this one does. Oh. I don't know what this is supposed to do. I want them all to go at the same time. I don't think you can do that. I like this one the best. Oh, that's so nice on my buns. I don't understand how this is supposed to exercise you. Mom, do you want to try it? Okay, hold on. Here, we're going to start it.
Itching my bum.
Oh, we'll scoot down a little bit, maybe.
What? Then I don't have my head on anything. I like that. Oh, but you're supposed to resist it.
Yeah, resist, Mom, resist.
I gotta get in the... I can't get...
I know, you can't get the right motion, huh? Or like, think faster. Oh my gosh.
I just like to let it move me.
Yeah.
Except it's knocking my shoes off.
I know, that's what it was doing to me too. I think you're supposed to do it without shoes.
No.
Okay, here we go.
Strangled in the night.
Strangled in the night. Strangers in the night
I was
instead
so
of...
frightened to be strangled in the night.
Oh,
His arms would tighten, then he suddenly let go. Little did he know, karate was my favorite pastime. He got his and now I'm glad I'm free to roam the streets. To go out walking, look around and see that he's not stalking. No more tired of being strangled in the night.
You just sang that all with your eyes closed. Oh. Okay, that light is really annoying.
Resist it.
Yeah.
You have to kind of walk.
Oh, yeah. Resist, Mom.
You tighten the buttocks?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Weird. Anyway, that was fun.
Okay. Can't find any more.
Will you please help me? All I really want is love. Just kidding, is that what I was going to say?
Yes.
All I want is love?
Okay.
Oh, or all I want is to be loved.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I got a little chuckle when I saw that because all I could think about was somebody in a nursing home knitting that, like in Happy Gilmore, if you know that scene where, anyway, the grandma is like, I need help, but she can't really say it out loud. And so I just imagine her knitting something like that, like, please help me. Anyway, but the only thing we could figure out with that blanket, because Heather didn't know what it was, is that her sister was handicapped and was in a care center at one point, and we're thinking that it might have been a blanket that they used to signal something. I don't know, but anyway, I kind of found it funny.
Now this is what you wear at a sporting event so they can find you.
Or when you commit a crime.
So that
You don't look suspicious.
Monkeys climb trees.
Yeah, trees a crowd.
Who's crying? Made noise.
Noise on the face opposite the eyes.
Eyes opposite the nays.
A horse neighs.
A horse had a colt.
I once had a colt. Oh wait, I had a colt.
And when I woke up, I had double
But you use a flower like a begonia.
It's a sausage.
Alright, you just need to be done. Okay,
Stop timing it, I mean it.
Anybody want to clean it? Okay, as I wind down this very odd video, and thank you for not judging us for our weirdness, or if you are, it probably means you're not cool like me. I'm just kidding. What was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. Go figure. Oh yeah, I was just gonna let you know what the next video might look like. Well, the next few, because things kept changing and then changing again, because originally the plan was that I was going to work here for a week and then go work at Mira's and then go to Cammie's and then come back to Heather's mom's house and then, repeat that. But as we know, things did not go super well for me in August, and I had my breakdown, took a break from YouTube. So during that break that I took, I went back to work at Heather's mom's house, and Heather was still in Cabo. So there was a lot of stuff that I just did on my own, which was really good timing because it allowed me to kind of reset and get a grip on things. So I had a lot of fun organizing stuff. But anyway, as far as plans with, what we're doing with the clothes and the yard sale and things like that, part of the plan was that my mom was going to sell some of it on Whatnot, and then we were going to do the yard sale, which she's done several of, and so, knows how to kind of set those up and have them be successful as they can be in the end of September. But things didn't turn out quite as planned, but that we'll get to. Just hang tight. But there were a lot of valuable lessons learned throughout this whole process, so hopefully I can save you guys some time and headache in sharing some of the stuff that I learned. But I am going to leave you with an outro of some of the stuff that's coming up in next week's video. And when I say next week, I actually mean just a couple days from now, because I'm trying to put out this whole series of the 4 videos in 2 weeks. So posting midweek and then on the weekend, because I have so much content I want to get out before the end of the year so that I can start fresh and stay a little bit more caught up next year and not get 2-3 months behind. So I'm sorry there's no satisfying after picture, any of that in this one, but here's a little bit of what's coming up next week. I'll be going through some holiday stuff and tackling some of the clothes in Heather's mom's room, and she has a lot of very colorful items. So it's kind of fun. It's a little bit of eye candy, and I think you're gonna love it. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed and that you have your notifications turned on so that you don't miss those videos. And please give this video a like if you would. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Welcome back to Heather's mom's house, everybody. And if you don't know who Heather is, that probably means you haven't seen the first part of this series. This is going to be a 4-part series, and this is the second one. So I would go start with that one just so you get a little bit better background on what I am doing at this house and a little bit of Heather's story, because I'm just going to jump right into what I'm doing here today, which is going through the holiday stuff, because this is what Heather wanted me to do while she was gone. She was in Cabo San Lucas celebrating her 50th birthday. She's got friends down there that she considers her second family, and it'd been a while since she'd been down there, so she really needed to get away. And she especially needed to get away because of all that she's been dealing with the last few years, with the loss of her family members and then inheriting this house and figuring out what to do with that. And anyway, she just really, really needed a vacation. And in fact, she ended up extending her trip. So this is August 28th that I'm working here, and she was supposed to be home on August 26th. So I thought she was going to be there at the time I was going through all this. But since she wasn't, I texted her and just asked what she wanted me to work on, and this was it, because she said that she needed to go through these items to figure out what's sentimental and what she can get rid of and all that. And it was just going to be easier if I could organize it first. So that's what I am doing here. So the first step is always just trying to figure out what we have and how much of everything we have. So I am just pulling everything out of the totes, out of the bags, seeing what's there, and then grouping it together into categories like wreaths and garlands, and candles, signs, door decor, platters and dishes, wrapping paper. And then, of course, not all of this is Christmas stuff. There is a little bit of Halloween and other holidays, but the majority of it was Christmas. And I think that probably is where the majority of the sentimental stuff would be. So hopefully this made it easier for her to go through and decide what really she can keep after it's all grouped together, because I think that makes it a little easier to decide, do I really need all of these wreaths, or can I just pick out my favorite one to remind me of Mom and donate the rest or sell the rest, or whatever you decide to do with them. But it just makes it easier when you can see it all together. And I had this thought come to me as I was working at Heather's house, or her mom's house. You know what? I'm just gonna say Dorothy, because that was her mom's name. So at Dorothy's house, but I'm sure that this is really difficult for anybody who's lost someone to decide what to keep and what they can get rid of. And it brings up all those emotions. So I think a lot of us have heard the advice, well, just take a picture of the things that you can't keep before you get rid of it so you can remember them, which is great advice. And I think that's a great idea. But the other thought I had was, why not take video of going through those items? Because as you're going through it, you can kind of process those emotions and figure out what is keeping you from letting go of those things. And anyway, just something that you could look back on and have a little bit more than a picture. So just a thought that I had. And it's funny because this actually came to me because a few years ago, when my parents were trying to get rid of some of the stuff from our childhood, we had a lot of stuffed animals, and those are kind of hard to get rid of. I think for everybody, for some reason, stuffed animals, they have like a little life to them. So it's a little bit hard to get rid of. And what we did was just set up a camera and we went through the stuffed animals together, or as siblings. And it was so much fun just to take that little trip down memory lane and remember or who gave us the stuffed animal and why we had it and what it meant to us, and the haircut that I gave my bear Russ and why I thought he needed a haircut. Anyway, just, all the memories associated with it, with those items. So it's just it was just fun. And I actually ended up turning that footage into a digital copy a few years after we filmed that and sending it to my siblings. Or no, I think I burned a copy of it for each of my siblings or whoever was it. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, I turned it into a Christmas present. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that photos are great. I think video is better. So I hope that helps somebody out there to let go of some items you've been maybe hanging on to and gives you another option to remember them. Okay, now back to the video. So I thought I was done with the holiday decor, but then I remembered there was all this stuff out in the family room area that I had completely forgotten was out there. So I texted Heather and said, is there a reason this is separated or can I combine it? And she said, go ahead, combine it. So I didn't show that part, but I did take it back there to add it to what I'd already organized. And then I'm just going to tidy up this room to make it look a little nicer for Heather when she gets back so that it's not just chaos. Because if you watched the first video, you'll remember my mom and I at the end of the video were going through these leggings and hanging up some of the shirts and things like that. So we had left it like that, but hadn't really decided what we were doing with it. So anyway, I'm just trying to go through and label everything, see what's there, see what's new with tags, new without tags, the used stuff. Anyway, you'll see my labels at the end of this segment. Okay, I have to laugh looking back on this footage because we had no idea what we were in for. So it's kind of hilarious that I am trying to separate these leggings into athletic leggings, more like the buttery soft leggings, solid colored leggings, things like that. And I had no idea how many leggings we would come across, and that in the end, it wouldn't really matter whether we had them all separated or not, because, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just funny looking back on this because I'm like, yeah, that was kind of a waste of time, but that's okay. We live and learn. After I finish sorting through this bag, I'm going to start bringing out the... Sorry, I just got distracted because I realized I'm bleeding. So I got to figure out why my face is bleeding. Probably because I picked it while I wasn't even thinking about it. But anyway, I was going to say I was clearing room to bring out the wrapping paper. That's what that is. And all the holiday bags and to sort those out. So I'm just going to start by separating the gift bags from the tissue paper, from the boxes, and then the regular wrapping paper. And then I'm not going to get super crazy with organizing it because there's just not time to get super crazy with that. But this is similar to the way that I store my gift wrap and gift bag stuff at home is, especially with the gift bags, I will store them within another gift bag. And that just makes it easy to identify if it's Christmas or all of a sudden I'm blanking on other reasons to have gift bags. Birthdays, that's a good reason for a gift bag. And what else? Weddings. Yep, that's something. And of course, baby gifts. And I'm curious as to how many people recycle their gift bags and how many times do you recycle them? Because For my Christmas gift bags, they are recycled a ridiculous amount. There's so much tape on them and the labels because, it's not always to the same person every year or from the same person every year. So we have to change the labels on them. And yeah, there's a few I should probably let go of, but it's so hard because I don't like to waste stuff like that. I even tried one year to get everybody on board with doing the fabric wrapping that I think it's a Japanese thing. I actually just paused to look it up, and yes, it is a Japanese thing. It's called furoshiki. I probably said that wrong, but that's okay. I'm not good at accents or pronouncing words in general. So, but yes, that idea was shot down because everybody wanted the feeling of actually ripping off the wrapping paper. Like, that's so much fun to them that they shot down my idea of fabric wrapping. But one of these days, dang it, I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, here is a little tour of the storage area with everything organized. So all the Christmas stuff together, and ideally this would all be in clear bags or containers, but I just have to use what I have. So anything that wasn't clear, I did put the date that I organized it on there. So that 8/28/24 is the date that I organized all this. Just so if there are any other labels on there, whoever goes through that box next knows that the last time it had been gone through was that date. So if that makes sense. There was some of this that I did combine, like the Easter and St. Patrick's Day and what other holiday is around that time? April Fools? Just kidding. There's nothing for April Fools, really. But there was just so little of that stuff that I just combined it all into one container. And then, that was just some flowers, potpourri, and decorative stones. So there you go. There's a before and after of that storage area. And just a different angle on it. I wanted to get that stuff on the right side organized, but was never able to get back to it. And then I'm just going to show you some of the labels that I made for the stuff out in the family room area that I organized. And you can see these are very temporary labels. I just wanted to make sure that I had everything clearly marked so that if Heather came back and was working on stuff, she knew what was what and what I'd gone through and all that. So I'm just going to give you a before and after of this area. It's not really an after so much as we cleaned it up, or I cleaned it up, made it a little tidier so that Heather came back to a little bit tidier space. And now we're moving on to her mom's room, or I should say her mom and her stepdad's room. Although I would say about 90% of the real estate in here belonged to her mom. You'll see what I mean. She had a tremendous amount of clothes. I'm not even sure where all of the stuff in the bags came from, if they were from this room, if they were gathered from another area. I don't know, and I didn't ask, so I don't know where all those fit because it seemed like the closets and the drawers and everything were just chock full in here. So I'm not sure where those came from. So I'm just going to start by pulling some stuff out of this room. So I've got some space to work in here, and then I'll actually be telling you in real time, or while I'm there. I decided to just stop and let you know what the plan is kind of throughout this day. Okay, I'm just going to let you know what my plan for right now is. It seems to always change, but for now, I'm just making some space in here to be able to set things up to organize what's in here. Things that have already been gone through and organized into the bags that are on the floor, I'm just taking to another room and putting them in, like categories, just to group everything together in one place. And then, yeah, that's step one. Oh, and so these are going to be like for, dirty clothes, sheets, whatever I'm finding here that needs to be washed and dealt with, because I don't know if they're being kept, if we're putting them in the yard sale, if we're donating them. I don't know yet until I can ask Heather. So yeah, I'll probably need a bigger bag than that, but yeah, things evolve as we go. So yeah, that's what I am doing right now, and responding to texts. That one is not, it doesn't have a label in it, so I am guessing it's just shoes. It's not like a specific category of shoes, so I'm going to just throw shoes in there. Okay, now I'm armed with 3 different types of bags. So I'm gonna use clear for a lot of stuff, just because, oh wait, I don't think that's actually garbage bags. Oh yes it is. They're just really big ones, so not those. I'm gonna go find those. These might be too big. Let's see. Anyway, I'm gonna use clear bags for a lot of stuff, just because you know what's in it without having to label it. But I'm thinking I'm gonna hold off using the black ones, because those will probably be donate, and I don't know what's being donated yet. So we'll see. And then everything else I'll just put in here and label. Okay, gotta find the other garbage bags. There's so many of these new with tags items. I'll be switching back and forth between my 360-degree camera and my other camera, just to give you an overview of everything that's going on. And but I try not to repeat too much of what's going on. So anyway, just to give you a different angle on things. Okay, so I bagged up the pillows that were up here, and now, or like just the ones without pillowcases. And now I'm going to bag up just some of these pillows, and then I'm looking at this thinking there's a lot of curtains up here, so I'm going to put those all in one bag, and yeah, that's our next step. Even though I'm putting these pillows into a clear bag, I am still going to label it that it was from her mom's bed, just in case there was a special reason why they were there. I'm basically just trying to create a flat surface to sort things on. So yeah, that's what we're trying to get down to. All right, another clear bag. And I need to keep that in my pocket so I don't lose it. See, this is half my problem is I misplace the stuff that I'm using. So I need to designate a spot for all of my supplies. Not to sound cheesy, but I feel pretty honored that Heather is letting me do this in her mom's room while she's gone. She's still in Cabo. And yeah, because I know how much her mom meant to her. So for me to be sorting through her stuff, I'm sure it's probably taking a lot of trust to have someone else do that. Really, we barely know each other. I already feel like I've known her forever, but it's not been that long. So yeah, I feel pretty honored that she trusts me enough to go through her mom's stuff. And I will try to keep that trust by not messing up anything that she had going here, and try to keep it somewhat as she had it, just to ask her about when she gets back. So yeah, anything that was on the bed, I kept somewhat together and just bagged up all together, even though I did organize it a little bit, but just to ask her about, because I had no idea if there was a rhyme or reason to anything she had laid out there. So I just labeled it from mom's bed and went with that. If these were all on hangers, I would puncture a hole and do that, but since they're not, I'm just gonna leave it like this and kind of tuck everything in there. Nice! We have a flat surface to now deal with the closet. Actually, we'll probably do the drawers first. All the leggings and things. Hi guys. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I think my next step is I'm going to get all of the drawers of leggings and tops and things. At least that's what I think is in all of these, and that's what I don't know. So I'm gonna collect all those, figure out if there is a reason why they're in different ones, like if there's like a season theme to them, or if it really was just like she just kept buying more and so she needed more drawers and filled them randomly. I don't know. So I'm going to bring them all together and see what we got here. New tags. Yeah, there are a lot of those and another new tags. So yeah, that for sure is just gonna go in its own section because it will join the other section of these items that are downstairs. So they'll be combined. I would really love the chance to talk to Heather's mom and understand the reason behind buying all the stuff and never wearing it. Like, there's got to be a reason. There's got to be, I don't know, there's probably some psychological thing to all of this, because I don't get it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't make sense to her. And if it's something that maybe one of my viewers has done, will you clue me in as to what that's about? I know I probably am sounding judgmental, but that's not what I'm going for here. I'm just trying to really understand the reasoning behind it. It's just fascinating to me. So, okay, these ones are used. So if I start dumping all of these drawers and they all end up being pretty much the same thing in each set of drawers, I'm just going to make piles of new with tag tops, new with tag bottoms, and then just tops and bottoms, and then let Heather decide what we're doing with those. So that's what I'm going to start with this one. I think Walmart made a killing off of her mom because most of these are the Walmart brand. Y'all know that I would love to pocket fold all these leggings, but we're not doing that today because we don't have time for that. So I might also make another pile that's just, obviously this is new because it's never been washed, new without tags. Those look brand new too, so new without tags. Okay, I'm gonna get something to label these piles. This is when I wish I could go back and tell myself, it's not gonna matter, Bonnie, don't even waste your time labeling all this. And then I'll put them in bags once I get enough. If you are here for the eye candy and all the beautiful clothing and the folding and perfect piles, there's a lot of that coming up in the next 5 minutes. And if that doesn't sound like your kind of thing, just try it. I think you might be surprised. I bet you can't stop watching. So the different piles you'll see me doing are just because they are different types of tank tops. And I wasn't even looking at sizes at this point because I figured they're all her mom's, they're all the same size, right? No, we'll get to that part later, but yeah, so some of them I folded that were, the new with tags. The ones that were new, obviously, but had the tags taken off, and then the used ones is what I'm piling up there in the middle. Now, this is where you will see a little bit of repeat because it was too mesmerizing not to include this because it's so colorful and just, it's so beautiful to see it all come together. So I couldn't help but just put this in there twice from different angles, and I'm just going to shut up and let you enjoy it. Have you all been sufficiently hypnotized? Okay, good. Because now is the time to go hit that like button and subscribe, or check to see if you're still subscribed, because sometimes YouTube likes to unsubscribe you for no reason. Seriously though, if you would do that, I would really appreciate it. I would love to keep making content for you guys, and if I can't get my channel back to where it once was, I'm gonna have no choice but to quit YouTube, but I really would like to not. I want to keep making content, so if you would, please even share this if you could. And also let me know if anybody's interested in me making a video, kind of ASMR style, of stuff like this that I either put to music or not, I have a hard time picking out music, so I'm fine with silence and just watching it, but let me know if you'd like that and if you do with or without music. Okay, now here come some of the categories that I put these into, like all the buttery soft leggings. There were a lot of those. Just leggings. I didn't know what to call them. They were just like different kind of leggings. And then the more athletic type leggings, the solid color ones, other bottoms that I found, and then shorts. So here's a top view of all of those. I love all those bright colors. And don't ask me why some of them are faced a different way, because I don't remember why I did that actually. I also don't totally remember why I had these separate. I think maybe because the other ones were used and these were new with tags or without tags. And by this point in the day, I was trying to figure out what I could do in the last hour or so that I had left. So I just decided to go through some of the stuff that was on the dresser and get that a little bit organized into categories. Okay, this might be dumb to start this right now, but I'm gonna start pulling stuff out of the closet. I've only got about 25 minutes before I have to go though, so we'll see what I can get done. Okay, and I'll show you why I'm taking everything out to uncover those, sorry, stuff like this, because I couldn't even see that under all the clothes. And now we're gonna get to the other side. See, look, all that stuff needs to come out. I had to laugh at a comment that somebody made on my video of my closet declutter and organization, because somebody was like, why so many clothes? And I wanted to say, compared to whom? Because compared to most of the people that I help, I have no clothes. But it's all subjective. I understand. I probably could pare down a bit because I do have more than I probably need, but it is definitely not this much. Okay, well, even if this is all I get to, is just getting everything out of the closet, at least that's somewhere that Heather can start if she wants to. And that's because I was still assuming at this point that she was coming home the next day, but that didn't happen, and we'll get to that. So here is what is coming up in next week's video. There's a lot more organization going on in preparation for the yard sale, and I took a bunch of stuff home to sort out, like the shoes and more leggings. And my mom is even going to come back and help me with some stuff and get ready for a pre-sale before the yard sale. So anyway, that is all in next week's video, and I'm just going to leave you with the beautiful pictures of the leggings that I folded in this one. So thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Dorothy's house, aka Heather's mom's house. And this is part 3 of our 4-part series. So I'm just going to show you where I left off in the last episode, if that's what you want to call it, was just sorting out some of Dorothy's clothes that I pulled out from her closet. And this was after having already sorted out all the leggings and tops and things like that from the plastic drawers. So this just almost became comedic, and I felt like an infomercial and just wanted to say, but wait, there's more like this. Okay, so I took the doors off the closets and started organizing all of Heather's mom's stuff. But here's something that I found hilarious. Half of her husband's closet is also Heather's mom's stuff. So she's got, or she overtook most of his closet. I think probably just that section is his. and then maybe a few down here. I don't know. I haven't dived into it yet. And so I'm not sure, but it seems that most of it is Heather's mom's stuff. So it's just kind of funny. And it is kind of funny in a sense, just because it's like, how many clothes does one person need? But there is also a little bit of me that's sad for Heather that she is having to deal with all of this after experiencing all the loss that she has. And I'm sure the last thing in the world that she wants to deal with is her mom's and her sisters and her stepdad's clothing after they pass, and figure out what in the world to do with all that, especially when there are other way more important things that she needs to be focusing on, like getting the house sold and other items in the house that are of value. So yeah, there was a lot that we both learned through this whole process. And because I had so much time there sorting and organizing all this by myself, I really thought a lot about what I want to leave to my kids and what I don't want to leave to my kids, and what I hope my parents do before they pass. Because this, as fun as it was for me, it can be a burden for your family members after you pass away. And none of us are guaranteed that we're going to live until we're 90, 95. And by that point, who wants to be dealing with all this stuff anyway? So I think the sooner you can get started on paring your stuff down, the easier it's going to be, not only for your family after you pass, it's also going to give you a little bit more freedom to live your life in a way that's not just surrounded by stuff. And of course, some stuff is necessary. I'm not saying go get rid of everything because you'll be happier without it all. I mean, we still need our hobbies and things that support our lifestyle, but I just think that if we're honest with ourselves, most of us could stand to get rid of a few things and really not miss them. And I'm talking to myself as much as anyone else, because I have those things too that I'm like, well, I could do this with it, and that's why I'm keeping it. So, but really, am I ever going to get to all of these projects I plan on? Probably not. And I can tell you, there have been 2 people in the last year and a half that I've helped that have gotten to a point where they have told me, I just want it all gone. I don't want the stuff anymore. I am so tired of all the stuff, because their health has changed dramatically, and they know that they can no longer keep up with all the stuff. Stuff takes time to manage and maintain, and it takes up precious space. And when your health changes, you suddenly have a new perspective and think, yeah, I probably don't need 10 pots and I don't cook as much as I used to. So it's okay to get rid of 8 of these and just have 2. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Even if we did live until we were in our 90s, things don't get easier as you get older. Generally, they get a lot harder. I mean, I've already had a back surgery, a neck surgery, a shoulder surgery, and things are just starting to deteriorate. So I never know if tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up with a severe pain in my back like I did the first time that I needed an emergency surgery, and suddenly I'm out of commission for the next 6 months. So it's just unpredictable. We never know. So why not do yourself a favor and start now? Okay, let's get back to the video for a minute, because I am pleased to tell you that this stuff that I'm sorting right here is not Dorothy's clothes. This is actually her stepdad's clothes, or Heather's stepdad's clothes. John's clothes. We'll just say John, Dorothy's husband. But yeah, I'm finally sorting someone else's clothes other than Dorothy's. And I'm just sorting these into sizes. Most of them I think were medium. And apparently he was a very small statured. Is that the word I'm looking for? Anyway, he had a small stature. So he had a lot of medium and small, and then a few large for whatever reason. Heather thinks that some of this may have actually been her brothers that got mixed in with this stuff. But anyway, most of his were the medium and small ones. So, and then I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update on where we're at right here. Okay, here's what I have going on so far. These are all men's tops, and I've sorted them into small, medium, large, and then these are other random sizes like extra small and extra large. I haven't gotten to men's bottoms yet, but this is the closet all sorted by color, which is pretty funny because it doesn't stay like this for long after I discover a whole bunch of other clothes I need to add to the mix. And then here's John's side of the closet, mostly empty except for like a bazillion hangers, and there are more out here in the hallway. And now let's take a look at the stuff in the living room. Everything is sorted by size, so this is all extra large. These are all like extra large sweatshirts, extra large shorts, extra large long sleeve tees, extra large short sleeve tees. I think that is medium. I don't know. No, this is medium. So same thing, except there's not as many mediums, so I put them all in the same bag. And then this is large, I believe. Yeah, large short sleeve tees. Yeah, I already took some out to the garage that are the leggings that I had already sorted out. And because there were still so many things to sort out, I decided to take a bunch home with me. And I first, of course, had to have Lori inspect it to make sure there were no bombs and that I didn't smuggle any kittens home. And I got the lick of approval on most everything. I was a little worried that this one wasn't going to pass inspection, but in the end, it did. Whew. Is it safe? Thank you, Mrs. Inspector. Okay, if you were shocked by the amount of leggings Dorothy had, check out how many flip-flops she had. And other sandals or other shoes, but mostly flip-flops. She probably had a pair for every single day of the year. So I'm just putting a rubber band around each pair just to make sure they stay together for the yard sale. And now we're back to more leggings. Last week's video, I had sorted out all of the leggings that were in the plastic drawers, and these are all the leggings that were in the bags that were on the floor. And I had assumed they'd already been sorted into some kind of category, but as I looked in there, they really hadn't. They just gotten all thrown in together. And since I had figured out by this point that not all of the leggings were the same size and that we should probably start sorting them into small, medium, large, extra large, all that, that's what I'm doing here. So that's what the different baskets are for, is for the different sizes. Oh, and something I have not even brought up yet that Heather was left to deal with or inherited were two vehicles, a Tahoe and a Hyundai Santa Fe. And her mom's Hyundai Santa Fe was something that I thought maybe my son would be interested in because he was in the middle of looking for a vehicle. And wouldn't it be great if we could take this off her hands? So anyway, she let me drive it home so he could test drive it. And as a thank you, I just just cleaned the car out for her because it needed a thorough vacuuming, but it's in really good condition, had super low miles, and I really was tempted to get it if I could. But anyway, my son decided to go with something else, but it was still so nice of her to let me take it home so he could test drive it. And look how nicely all of those drawers fit back there. This video was brought to you by Hyundai Santa Fe. And now I just sit back and wait for them to pay me, right? That's how that works? I wish. But we are back at Dorothy's, and we are in Heather's room. This is just where she would stay when she would come to visit or needed to stay there because she was taking care of whoever happened to be sick at the time. And it really just amazes me how much of an angel daughter she was, and sister, and stepdaughter, because she stayed here throughout all of that to take care of everybody as they were passing away. And it's kind of traumatic. Oh man, I just want to give her a hug. When I think about this, it breaks my heart. And I did give her several hugs as we talked those first couple days, and she is, guys, I just have met the coolest people throughout the last year and a half. It really has been the hardest year and a half of my life, but also the most amazing because of some of the people I've met and the community that I've built and just all of it. I know that I've had some struggles, but when I look at other people and some of the things that they've gone through, it really puts it all into perspective and makes it seem not so bad. Like, I can get through this. If Heather can deal with watching 4 of her family members pass away and her 2 precious dogs that she loved like children, all in just a few years, it's just, how can anybody do that? And when you meet her, you will never know that she has just been through all of that. And so it just makes me look at everybody a little differently. And there was a quote, I don't even remember where it came from, and it's probably not exactly like this, but this is kind of what I got from it. It's basically just treat everybody as though they are going through something hard, because more than likely they are, because we all do. And my heart might be different than yours, but we all struggle. So just be kind. It's not hard, except for when you're behind the wheel of a car, and then it gets a little harder, but I'm trying. This is really not at all what I planned on talking about during this portion of this video, but I just let it go wherever my thoughts took me, which I never know because I have so many that they all compete, and that's what got out. So anyway, back to what I'm doing here besides pocket folding everything, because how can you not? There's so many blankets. It was just too tempting not to. But Heather had just asked me to work in this room because she is actually back from her trip to Cabo. She had extended it twice and got back I think it was like 3 or 4 days before this, but she had been dealing with a lot since she got back, and had told me, I'll just meet you there on Monday. But earlier in the morning, she texted me and just said, I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I will be asleep upstairs in Shauna's room. That's her sister. If you want to just get started on my room, and I'll be down when I wake up. But she didn't wake up until 4 p.m. and I had to leave at like 5. So I didn't get a whole lot of time with her, and that's okay. I thought I'll see her in a couple days because I'll be back on Wednesday and I can get some of my questions that I had been filing away until I could talk to her, because it had been almost a month, and I was like, okay, I need a little bit more direction as to what exactly the end goal is here, because I know we're working up to a yard sale, but I think we may need to do something other than just a yard sale. But anyway, I thought, oh my gosh, Lori is behind me just whining like crazy. Sorry, that was distracting. But yeah, anyway, I thought, okay, I'll get my questions answered on Wednesday. And yeah, that didn't happen. But we'll get to that here in just a little bit. Okay, let me show you the piles I've created. And first, I have to show you this because I thought this was pretty funny. Let me play this and then I'll tell you why I'm playing it.
I guess I did kind of micro-organize. I just couldn't help myself.
So that is Cami from American Wife, and she's a friend and I love her channel, but I was just watching that while I was sorting out all this stuff, and when she accidentally organized the dog food on there, and said I couldn't help it. That's how I feel about this and all of these blankets and sheets that I had to do the pocket fold on. I just see stuff like that and I have to. It feels wrong not to. Okay, so this is all the men's stuff, and it goes small, medium, large, extra, extra large. Women's, I think this was large. Yeah, large, extra large. This is medium, and that's medium, but tops, bottoms. I know all of this is Heather's because it's too small for anyone else. She's tiny. And then this is just a pile of random stuff I'm not quite sure what to do with, because I think this is hers, but it says it's extra large and it looks like an extra small. So I don't know what Juicy Couture is thinking, but yeah. And then all of the linens. So, or I don't know, do you call towels linens? No, I guess those are linens. I don't know. You guys, I'm not the best at naming things. Anyway, so yeah, now this is her room, a little more organized. And I'm going to get started on sorting out stuff in the closet. And I'm just going to make this one really speedy for you. Everything that was in this closet was a lot different than the other clothes I had come across, so I don't even know whose clothes these were, or if it was just kind of a catch-all for, I don't know. It just, yeah, I just organized what was there. Okay, here is how I have organized the contents of the closet. So, first, starting with prosthetic arms. Just kidding. No, it is kind of cool though that her mom was an amputee, and that's one of her prosthetics. Anyway, this first section is stuff that I need to ask her about. This is double XL. From here to here is extra large, and then I've separated it with hangers for the next section. So this is large to here, and then this is medium, this is small, and that's extra, extra small. Isn't that the cutest thing? Okay, and then over here we have the pile of pants. That's extra large, large, medium, and small, extra small. Now I'm gonna label them. Thought I was done in here for the day, and then I remembered these drawers have clothes in them. But I'm going to go through, because she just wanted me to go through all the clothes and stuff in this room. So again, the contents of these drawers seemed totally random. There were like boy shorts and then swimsuits and of all different sizes. So I had no idea whose was whose and where to put it. So I organized it as best I could. But I'm not going to stop and show you all those piles. Instead, we're going to move on to a new day. So this coming up is 2 days later, actually September 11th, 9/11. And I thought I was finally going to have Heather for the day so that we could go over some things and figure stuff out. But really quick, before we get to that new day, if you guys have ever enjoyed any of my videos, would you go please give this video a like and then subscribe or check to see if you are still subscribed and that YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you for no reason. And then also turn on your notifications so that you get notified when I put out a new video. This is the easiest way to support my channel. So if you want to see any of the content that I have planned for next year, and I have a list a mile long, then this is how you can help me get my numbers back up to where I can afford to keep doing this and I can keep creating content. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, here's my next project at Heather's. We're in her sister's room who passed away as well. And all these drawers need to get gone through. I need to go through all the clothes that are in them, take them out and sort them into sizes for the yard sale. So all that plus all this. I just organized the closet, kind of. It's just got, or I just, did sizes again in the closet. So getting everything just sorted by sizes because I think that's the best way to do it for the yard sale. So I'm going to take these into her mom's room though, because it's kind of dim in here and there's a clear bed in there because look, this is everything on this bed. So I'm going to take it in there to sort out so that I've got a little bit more room. Just when you thought I was done with the leggings and tank top sorting, there's more. And I honestly don't know if the stuff that was in those drawers was actually her sister's and she just wore the same kind of stuff that her mom did, or if it is more of her mom's stuff and she just stored it in there because she ran out of room in here. I don't know, but this is really why I needed Heather there to figure out a better plan for all of this, because every time I ran across another dresser full of the same stuff or another closet that I'm like, oh, we're supposed to mix this in with all the other stuff. Okay, well that changes everything. Now I'm gonna have to go reorganize. And then it was like, do we keep it hung up? Do we take them all off the hangers and put them in bags so that for the yard sale we can just spread them out? And anyway, these are the kinds of questions I had, and I was just waiting for her to get there because it's just easier to ask some of these questions in person and walk through the rooms and figure out a plan together. But stuff kept just coming up, and I mean specifically on this day she was planning on running a couple errands and then being there in the afternoon. So I was just trying to keep myself busy until she got there, and then she just kept texting and saying things were taking longer than she thought and that it's going to be a little later. And anyway, long story short, she never made it there again that day until I had already left. It was like probably half an hour after I left that she was finally able to make it there. So and I know it sounds like I'm throwing her under the bus, but there are things that I could have done differently as well. And both of us have talked about this, and looking back on things, there are things we should have done right up front to make this all go a little bit smoother. And she was totally fine letting me use some of these more frustrating examples and the things that got a little bit frustrating as I continue to work on this without much communication from her. So long as there was something to be learned from it. But how can I be mad? Because look at how beautiful this is. This was about the most fun thing I've ever done. Welcome to my yard sale. Just kidding. Okay, so here's what I've got going on. This whole line right here is extra large. So it goes extra large tops, shorts and pants. I just combined those because there wasn't that many. And then all of this is tank tops. Extra large tank tops. This is the 2XL tops, and then leggings, and then just tanks, leggings, tops. This is the large tanks, and then just pants, shorts, large tops, and then see that, medium leggings and pants, and then medium tanks. So that's what's in here, and I did not even include all of the extra large leggings because there are bags and bags and bags out in the living room. So I'm not even putting those up here because I'm going to go separate those out into the different, like, athletic leggings, what's the other word, like buttery soft, those kind of things. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So I did that. I didn't record it, but then just before I left that day, this happened. Guys, this is crazy. So this is the one that I just emptied, and I noticed that behind it there's another closet. So there's that closet, and I thought that's it. I thought this was just a wall, and then I realized it's a closet. So I moved the dresser, opened this closet. Look how many more clothes there are to go through. I can't even get this one all the way open, but yeah, I think it's even bigger than the other closet. So, oh my goodness, this is going to be quite the yard sale. Seriously, how did I miss this? If we go back in my footage, look at that. That is clearly a closet behind that, and I don't know why I didn't see it, because all this stuff was in front of it. But I sent these pictures to Heather and was like, did you know about this closet? She's like, oh yeah, I forgot to warn you about that. She's like, I actually forgot about it. So more clothes to organize, but this time I brought in reinforcements. My mom is back with me. Okay, here is our secret closet with better light. So new day. I moved that hutch, opened the window, put in a new light bulb so that we had more light to deal with this closet. The biggest one of all. A lot of the same stuff. So if I haven't said this already, the plan is to have each of the closets have a specific size so that when we do the yard sale, we can say, okay, this room is large, or even this closet, like that one over there, will be like large. This one might be extra large. The other room might be medium. I don't know exactly yet until we get everything together and know what we have, but I think that's the plan for today. I remember rubber bands this time. So I'm gonna start with sorting out these shoes, more shoes. And my mom is in the other room sorting things into sizes, and we're just figuring out what closet or what room would be best to put which size in. So if you're thinking at this point, you know, why didn't you guys just walk through the whole house on that first day and figure out a plan and get this all just written down so that there were no questions as to what's supposed to happen. And you could have taken all of these clothes and all of these shoes at the same time to sort them out once and not 10 different times. Well, that's what should have happened. Now, there are a few different reasons why it didn't happen that way. First, if you remember from my first video, I said that the first couple days that we spent there, we just talked a lot. When you think about all of the stuff that she's been through in the last few years, and she's finally at a point that she's ready to start getting rid of some of this stuff, and you find somebody that can help, and you've been watching her YouTube channel. It's just kind of fun to get to know each other. And to be honest, she's one of the most interesting people I have ever met. She's had a very interesting life. So it was just fun getting to know each other. So that was most of the first day, and probably most of the second day as well. So in the couple of hours that we had left on those days, we just focused on something that was like, okay, what can we get done in just a couple hours? And, we'll figure out the plan on the next visit. Because at that point, I thought it would be 3 weeks before I come back, because I've got camis to do and mirrors to do, and then we'll figure this out. And I knew at that point that Heather was planning on going to Cabo, but that she would be back before I was up there again. So that's what I was planning on. And then we'd get this all sorted out and make a really good plan. But she kept extending her trip, which is understandable. I mean, I would have too if I was having a good time finally after years of just one thing after another. So I don't blame her. But that left me just kind of guessing what to work on. So I'm going to pause right there for a second, because guess what we found? No, not another secret closet, but a mystery door. Okay, guys, I found this little secret closet. I don't know. Well, this is in the secret closet. Remember the secret closet? This is a door that I found behind all the clothes. I'm curious what's behind it. What could it be? I'm gonna have my mom film me opening it, because I don't know what we're gonna find.
Ooh. Should I sing a scary song?
No, you shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Actually, what? I don't really know what's going on here. Oh, there. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of scared, actually.
Ooh.
Ah! Stop it! Oh, it's like a crawl space with, just like insulation.
Isn't that a dead body back there?
Okay, admit it. Who else was thinking that this would be a good place to hide a dead body? Okay, guys, I swear we didn't plan this, but this paper that was sitting right there, okay, here's the date. September 18th, 2006. And guess what today is? September 18th, 2024. And let's see, how do I prove that? Oh, yeah, bring it up on your phone. Okay, September 18th. There you go. Isn't that weird? Exactly 18 years later. I did math right? Yes, okay. And then, let's see, here is what is back there. It's just insulation, nothing exciting, except I don't know what that is. I can't tell. I don't want to crawl back there either, so yeah, I'm sure a dead body was in here at some point. I think I watched too many crime shows. Anyway, back to my explanation. I don't know, story, whatever it was. But so yeah, I had to kind of figure out what to do. I mean, I could text Heather and get some instruction on what to be working on, but it's not the same as walking through the house and making a plan and knowing what the end goal is here, because all I knew is that she wanted to have a yard sale. And so I'm thinking, okay, there's limited time to have a yard sale because it's going to be getting colder and we've got to do this before I go on my long trip because it'll be too late by the time I get back. So really the only weekend that was going to work for me if she wanted my help was going to be September 27th and 28th. And this is the 18th, so it's coming up quick. Anyway, with that in mind, I was just like, okay, we'll just keep trucking away at these clothes and getting it sorted and organized because that is the bulk of what is here, and I don't know what to do with the other knickknacks and kitchen stuff and things like that. Okay, another pause right here while I show you my genius hack to see into places that you can't quite reach. And you probably do this too, but I just thought I'd show you just in case.
Can't see up here, so this is how I'm figuring out if there's anything up there.
Sure, I could grab a taller stool, but this is way more fun just to watch that footage back and see that, oh, no, nothing up there. I do this also with things that are really far away. I'll zoom in as much as I can, take a picture, and then zoom in even more to read a sign or, yeah. Anyway, smartphones are so handy for so many things. And look, we have a clear closet that we can now start bringing in the large clothes. I think this ended up being. So there we go. We're going to start bringing some clothes back in here. Okay, I just finished recording a lengthy explanation as to where Heather is now and why she's not here and available to ask what we should be really focusing on. But I decided to cut that out because I'm like, they don't need to know. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, just keep it concise, Bonnie. So I'm sorry if I've just rambled on. But just to be very brief, she went to Lake Powell for the weekend, and she and I have very different ideas of what a weekend is because I'm thinking Friday to Sunday, and she was gone Wednesday to Monday. And so she was not here on this day that I had planned to come up with my mom and spend the night to really get stuff ready for the next weekend because it's not far away, this yard sale. So that's what we are working on here, my mom and I. This is now the 19th, and I had asked Heather the week before, hey, if we start having a pre-sale to start getting rid of some of this stuff, are you okay with that? And she said, that sounds like a great idea. And so that's what we're getting ready for here. And we just put an ad on Facebook Marketplace and had people interested in coming to just rummage through things before we actually put it in the yard sale so that they got the pick of the litter. So my mom and I actually spent the night, and this is early the next morning that we're just trying to get any valuables put away and block off anything that we don't want them accessing and all that. However, as we got sorting through some of this stuff, I was like, oh man, there's all these bags that I would love to be able to sell, but I don't think she has gone through them and decided which ones she's actually parting with. And anyway, just all these piles of things that it's like, I don't think we've gotten the go ahead on that one. So we're going to have to hold off. And here we have our first customer, and she was interested in a variety of things, and things like Christmas decor and gosh, my mind's going blank, but basically most of the stuff she was looking for, I was like, yes, we have it, but Heather hasn't given us the go ahead to sell it yet. So since Heather was unreachable at the time, I just put aside all this stuff that she was interested in and said, I'll ask Heather and get back to you on that. So that's what we did here. But then I was thinking, oh man, we got to get more variety to this because this is not going to do well if it's mainly just women's clothing and a little bit of some other stuff. So my mom and I had brought up a few of our own things that, for me, I was just going to give them to the thrift store, but I set them aside and was like, I'll just throw them in the yard sale because it'll just give it more variety and attract more kinds of people. So we'll just throw it in there. Plus, my mom still had a lot of stuff of Mira's and Giselle's, if you guys remember Giselle, more like crafty type things. So any of the stuff that didn't sell on Whatnot, we decided to throw in the yard sale to attract more of a crafty type crowd. So as our customer is back there rummaging through the clothes in the back bedroom, I decided to clear some space to bring out some of the stuff that we'd brought so that there was just more to look at. But first, I've got to clear this counter of anything that's not actually for sale. So I'm just going to put those into the cupboards. And then I'll start bringing in the stuff that we brought and setting it out. Okay, here's the current state of affairs at Heather's. So we're still sorting out some stuff that I brought and my mom brought, but we've organized this by or all the men's stuff. So medium, large, the extra small, small, men's stuff, and then this is Mira's tops that we still need to get out. Some of the kitchen items, some shoes, some bags, comforters, towels, and then we'll walk back here. Let's go this room first. So I think I'm going to end up hanging those up, but so this is our large room. And this has so all the large spaghetti strap tanks, and then I've sorted these. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. By the like lacy spaghetti strap, and then just these kind of tees or tanks. This is like medium tanks, leggings and pants. I think those are the medium shorts. This is our medium section back here, like some other pants and tops, and then a very small section back there. And then everything else in here is large. So all of that. And, we got shorts up there, leisure, like buttery soft, plain leggings, or like solid color. Anyway, just different types of leggings. Okay, now let's go to our extra large room. So these are like the tank tops, not tank tops, oh my gosh, my words. Like, oh my gosh, t-shirts. I seriously, I can't think of words right now. So like long sleeved and short sleeved, but they're also all mixed in here as well because I haven't pulled those out yet. So got a little more organizing to do. All of this is 2XL. And then everything else here is extra large. Oh, yeah. XL tanks. I keep finding more of these. I knew about them, but then I'd forgotten when I was kind of Trying to organize these a little better in here. Anyway, we've got some leggings. These ones are Mira's that we're trying to sell here. Buttery soft leggings, some shorts. So there's, so pretty. Some of the tanks, more tanks, spaghetti strap tanks, athletic leggings, other leggings, leggings, and some of the like solid colored leggings. And then I think that's 2XL. I don't know, we still need to sort through that, but got to get out of here. So just wanted to film the progress, and there we go. So all we have left now is the yard sale, and it is going to be a fun video because Heather's in it and she's just so much fun. So this is just a little sneak peek of that. And then I'll just leave you with pictures from today's video and the land of leggings and leave you with that. So thank you for joining me today. Remember to go like this video and subscribe if you haven't. And because I don't want to ruin these beautiful pictures with the stuff that pops up at the end, I'm actually going to end this with a rooster that was at one of the car dealerships that we went to when I was looking for a car with my son. So anyway, thank you guys again for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Well, guys, we made it. This is part 4 of 4 of Dorothy's house, and finally the yard sale. What we've been working up to and what I've been sorting all those clothes for. So here it is. Now, I've mentioned that each of these videos serves a little bit different purpose. In this one, I'll be talking a lot about the things that we learned through this whole process and some things that we might do differently. But that doesn't mean that we aren't going to have a whole lot of fun as well, because my mom is here after all. And, you know, it might not be as much fun as this from the first video, but we have a lot of fun. And Heather is here, who adds to the fun, and you are going to love her. And for anyone who was concerned that Heather was taking advantage of me from the last video where I expressed some frustrations, that is not the case. Remember that this was a paid job, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that later in the video. And you're also going to get to hear from Heather and some of the things that she shares about how she has gotten through this really tough period in her life. And you get to see some amazing before and after pictures of some of the rooms you've seen me working in. So make sure you stick around for that. Okay, let's get into this video. In the last one, we had left off with having a pre-sale, which is this footage that my mom and I were getting ready for. And this was the week before the garage sale, yard sale, whatever kind of sale you want. We just ended up calling it a huge sale. But anyway, it was mildly successful. We had a few people show up and sold a few things. We set a ton of stuff aside that people were interested in that Heather just needed to approve. But the other thing we did was had 2 whatnot sales because we wanted to try all possible avenues to get these clothes just out the door. So I advertised it on my YouTube page. We had a few people show up, and we tried to get these clothes to get sold, but nobody was interested in the clothes. Like, seriously, we sold nothing of the clothes. We sold a few shoes, but no clothes. It was mostly the stuff that my mom and I had brought to sell, of like Mira's and Giselle's, and then other like home decor things that we brought. But we sure tried, dang it. Maybe we'll have better luck at the sale, right? So I made this sign, and I realized after we put it up that it's not very easy to read. I'm learning about contrast, you guys. but I did have these that I also made to at least direct people to the huge sale, and also made some other very important signs like, sorry, this area is off limits, and smile, you're on camera. Seriously, no shady stuff. And hung those around and put some cameras up. I will never tell you if they actually worked or not. And then Heather made all kinds of signs because she didn't want the liability of somebody hurting themselves on her properties. So I think that covers it. We are ready for this huge sale. And I actually forgot to record anything on the 27th, on Friday, the first day that we had this. So all of this footage is from Saturday the 28th. So here we go. Should I erase the E? We can just have a hug sale.
A what
A
sale?
hug sale.
Yes.
You guys, I'm so funny. You have no idea. I do have to tell you a quick story about something dumb that I did. When my husband and I were first married, we drove by a Babies R Us and they were having a huge baby sale. And I don't know why, but the first thing that popped into my head was like these huge babies for sale. And of course I worked it out before I said anything, but I still made a joke out of it and just told my husband we need to go buy a huge baby while they're on sale. You never know when they're going to go on sale again.
Pepsi delivery.
Oh, nice. Because you know I run on Pepsi and gratitude, so you've already left all your cute signs, so
Yes, I'm talking about these signs that my mom and I woke up to. It was so funny because she just loves her signs. She has signs everywhere, and she didn't go to bed until like 1:30 in the morning. And we wake up and it's all tidied. She's got all these signs. She's labeled my cup with a cute little, or, you know, my name and a heart. And anyway, she's just hilarious.
I'm in a much better mood today for some reason.
I know. I'm now kicking string. Wow. Oh, is this a game? We can create a new game. Oh, kick the string.
You guys are all colorful and I'm all in black.
I'm going to change into something cooler. Okay. We play kick the can, not kick the can, kick the string.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I haven't mentioned what the ladder's all about, but we are planning to use it to hang leggings on.
No singing unless it's something that's pre-approved, Mother. What?
She doesn't listen to me very well. I think she's trying to get me back for all those years I didn't listen to her. But anyway, apparently you guys really like my mom. So if you want my mom to be in any future videos, you need to go like this video and subscribe to my channel. And bonus points if you share my channel with somebody or get somebody else to view this video. So it's in your hands, guys. And if this doesn't happen, I'm not going to publicly shame anyone, but we'll all know whose fault it is that my mom got fired from my channel.
Laurel and Hardy.
We had this great idea to hang rope all the way down the fence line to hang the leggings off of, but Heather couldn't find any rope, so we just tripled up some twine and used that instead so that it was strong enough.
You want me to hold it tight?
Yes, come hold it tight.
Oh! Oh my gosh! I just don't run into my camera. I don't even think that got caught on camera. It was just off. I'm pretty sure I just hit my mom in the face.
No, you in my collarbone.
Collarbone. Boom.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, the hammock. We haven't figured out the hammock yet.
Did it sound like she said hemmet to you? Because that's what it sounded like to me. I'm like, hemmet? And then she was like, hemmock. But she means hammock. Apparently we both have problems with our words sometimes. You would think English is not our first language. And in just a minute here, we are going to start counting the amount of times I say I'm going to go put out the signs.
All right, all of those. Oh my gosh, look at you.
Who needs the string? Where should we do it? Maybe right here so it doesn't pull that. Oh, we have these though.
Oh yeah.
That. Here, I'm just gonna hang these.
There, we'll figure it out. The bee loves your bride.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they
Yeah.
Here,
Seriously, they love you.
I don't like it. There's that.
Awesome.
Okay, now where's the people?
Yeah, well, I gotta go get the signs out.
They do love me. Those little silly bees.
Don't I look so busy getting those signs out? Just so you know, there were already some signs out, but this was some extra signs we figured we needed.
It's really
Go on here.
What's that?
Pillows.
Oh, on the top. Well, you've got stuff hanging on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, we might be getting a little too creative at this point, but seriously, how can you have a hammock and not hang it up? That is the purpose of a hammock, is it not? So when you don't have trees to hang it off of, you can always use garbage cans in a pinch, as long as they're weighed down, which Heather's taking care of that right now. And I'm gonna take care of those signs.
I seriously need to go get that stuff out. Maybe I just need to let you guys take care of this and I'll go put up the signs. Some bright colors out here.
Bright colors. Let me go get some
Well,
clothes.
I've got really bright colors right here.
Oh, yeah.
To answer your question, no, I have not put the signs out yet, but that's because we need to have something to attract people once they get there. So once I put up the signs, people are going to know this is the yard sale because of all of these brightly colored leggings hanging up. So that's why I couldn't get the signs out yet. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
We need to get it on the front paper.
Yes. Seriously, put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I'll get
Once
another.
you get, yeah.
The thing is, we need to put it on her Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. Which, I mean, she's got a Facebook account, so.
Oh my gosh, these are bell-bottom ones.
Oh yeah, I remember coming across those.
I need 2 hangers for that one.
Those are cool.
We're gonna get creative.
Oh yes, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Right. See, look at you. Look at this. Do you see this?
I
Creative
haven't.
this is. I love it.
We
Oh
are
my
getting
gosh.
so creative this morning.
We could even do
She's got
purses or something like this.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna hang the purses there.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. Yep, I love when creative juices start flowing. It's just the best. Okay, I'm gonna get signs out. I really, really am. All right, let's see. Where can I put this? And I'm just getting all the activity while I'm gone. Make sure you girls behave.
I have an idea. What if I did?
Never mind what the idea is. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. I'm just showing you this is how I get distracted. And it doesn't help that Heather is also ADHD. And God bless her soul, I think my mom is too. And that's who I inherited this from.
This will be the prettiest yard sale.
I know.
Prettiest unattended yard sale.
And now Heather is talking about some hooks. And by golly, I swear I've seen those somewhere. So I'm going to go try to find them for her.
Let me see if I can find them real quick before I go put the
Okay.
out. Hey, I didn't find those hooks yet. I think I have another idea. But there's this too, yeah, that we can use somewhere.
Awesome.
So,
I love
I'm
it.
gonna get these signs up for real now.
I
And
love it.
then I'll be back and we'll get more creative.
Okay. And I'll be doing stuff too.
Dot, I need the signs.
Oh.
I was talking about the signs.
Okay, I now have signs in hand. I'm asking Heather where the best place is to put them so that we get maximum benefit. And so now I am out of here, of course, to go put these signs up, right?
Maybe I should make one more. Yeah. Well, and now that we've got, because I didn't make any more because I didn't have any other like bright paper, but you just got some poster
I was
board.
gonna say, I got those ones. Now,
I'm at least gonna make one more just to make this even.
Yep, we have to have an even amount, so it's just going to take a couple minutes to make another one. Oh, look, it's our first customers.
Good morning.
Okay, so it took 20 minutes to make that one last sign, but I had to wait for the paint to dry, so there was a reason. But for real now, I am out of here to go put up the signs finally. So enjoy my mom hanging up all these beautiful leggings, and Kathy, that is who this is with her. This is Heather's friend Kathy, and she is helping us with the yard sale today. Now, as far as footage from the yard sale, there isn't going to be a ton because, well, number one, I was gone half the time putting up signs. Just kidding. No, but when I got back, I was still doing a lot of stuff inside and, not outside filming. But also, I'm not totally sure what the rules are about catching complete strangers in your footage. I'm pretty sure it's okay, but just in case, I didn't want to have to go in and blur out a ton of people just to make this video. So that's part of the reason I didn't do a lot of filming once the sale started, but I did do a live from the yard sale, and I'll include some of that footage here in a little bit. So most of the stuff that we were setting up outside was just to attract people to the yard sale, and then if they were interested in the clothing, we're like, okay, there's like 3 rooms inside that all have clothing in them, so go check that out. Look how cute our hammock is with all the pillows in it. Kathy and Heather finally got all the pillows in there, and Heather had just finished making the cute little sign saying pillows, $3, and then this guy comes along and wants to buy our hammock. The nerve. Can you believe that? So we had to start all over and figure out another place to put the pillows, but fine. Have the hammock or the hemmet or whatever it is. And that's pretty much all the footage from out here. Here's just a picture of all of our cute leggings hung up and the sign. Oh, and I made this sign. It's not very pretty, but we have a large Spanish-speaking population there, so I wanted to make a little sign in Spanish. I'm not going to say ropa de mujer. Oh, I just did. And I have a terrible Spanish accent. I can't roll my R's. Anyway, here are some clips from that live I did from the yard sale. I'm going to give you a shot of some of the stuff.
okay.
Oh my gosh, look how cute you are. You are so cute.
I gotta do like the legging thing since we're selling leggings.
I love it. You look
And these are
adorable.
These are my swim leggings.
This is Heather, everybody. This is who I've been working with, and I just love her. She's a sweetheart.
Angel,
Yes,
angels.
and my mom is here too. Hello.
Hi.
Let's see. Love the hat. I know. Isn't she adorable? And I can't do hats.
Hat too.
Yeah. That's so cute. So we're super bright, or like all the
Hello.
people that are in. Well,
Yeah.
okay, you're not super bright, but well, at least. Except for me, I'm all in like black. See, I'm all in black. Anyway, we are here. I'm going to go into the back room for a second because we are doing a live yard sale. Well, I mean, I think most of you probably already knew that because I announced that. Yeah.
Have to say,
Yeah.
17 items.
17 items.
Men and boys shirts.
Yeah, that you just sold.
Yeah, they tried to
Woohoo!
really bargain me down. I
Yeah.
still said okay.
Yeah, you're so good. You're so good. If ever, anybody's just joining us and don't know who that was, that's my Miss Heather, who's so cute in her leggings and stuff.
$1.10.
She's $1.10. Yeah.
You're selling leggings. These
Yeah.
are the only ones I found of mine.
Doesn't she look fabulous in them? She's so cute. Okay, are there people out there? No. Okay. I'm going to go walking outside. I just didn't want to catch people if they were like, I don't want to be on there live. But just going to show you how we have things set up. I am going to voice over this part because first it was just a little chaotic because it is a live and I'm trying to read comments and walk around and then talk to my mom and Heather. And anyway, so I'm just going to show you just little clips of some of the rest of the yard sale, but it is going to kind of cut from section to section because there were moments that I was paused and reading a comment. So anyway, I'm just trying to piece this together as best I can. And I'm so sorry about the shakiness and the bad quality of the video. This is just a live video for you. So I'll just walk down and show you where we have the shoes laid out. My mom, and I think somebody else helped her put it all into different sizes. This is a little bit later in the afternoon, and here's what we decided to do with the pillows and all the bedding and stuff was just put it on a tarp in the middle. And then look how cute Heather has hung up those things on the thing that she put up by the deck. I don't know what to call it, but I'll walk inside the garage here for you just a little bit. And when I was watching this back, I was like, why didn't you finish walking around the rest of the garage to show everything else that was there? But I don't know, everything is just chaos when you're doing a live, so I blame it on that. But yeah, here's all the like stamps and crafty type things and candles, and then a few like puzzles and toys on the other side there that I didn't get to. But now we're back inside and I'm gonna make Heather dance.
Hey, touch this.
I knew that would get her dancing.
Where's Donna?
You're so cute.
Wake up.
Yeah, remember that she's only had about 5 hours of sleep, I think, so she's getting a little delirious. But do you guys recognize this little guy from Mara's? Yeah, he's my mom's whatnot mascot. She's just chilling out here on the patio, sleeping on the job. This is what her burnout looks like. What is going on here?
Remember you put it on and I said,
Yeah.
when you get a picture, good night.
You guys, I don't know what's going on right now, and I am
Look at
so.
her. Looks like an earring.
We're just
It's
turning
like
this.
when you're just like delirious.
Just bring the tinsel over and decorate me for Christmas.
Now that's what we need to do. See?
Oh my goodness.
It's Fresca.
It's Fresca.
Maybe I put a little something in it.
Yeah. This so I'm helping her out. This is like a paid organizing cleaning job that she hired me for to help
Guess who needs to help with that?
get what? Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we need to help get that stuff out.
Dorothy.
So
Dorothy.
her mom passed away, her stepdad's passed away, 2 sisters have passed away, and like a lot of family. And it's
My 2
been
doggies.
her 2 dogs, yeah, which are basically her kids. Like,
I gave birth.
yeah, she gave birth to them. I mean, yeah,
But
so
you know, I'm blessed and life is good.
yes, she
And
is.
even more blessed because Bonnie and Donna are in.
Aw, you're so cute.
I believe that with every ounce.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
ounce of love I have.
So she's very positive. But anyway, so I've just been helping her figure out her mom's estate, and yeah, organizing it and figuring out what we're gonna do with it all.
Get on track.
So yeah, I don't know if that's possible. Heather's been gone a lot of this time on
Hey.
vacation.
No, because I needed it, because I have not done anything.
Yeah, yes,
for,
you
I think,
did.
like 4 years.
I'm so glad you did.
I know, and now it's
So
cold.
glad.
See, this will get my energy going. See what? See, Donna? I just see Bonnie. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
I decided to move my live to a quieter area. Hi, oh, do you have my Pepsi? Aw, thank you, Miss Heather. Thank
Do you have
you.
anything else?
Oh, I'm this is all I need.
Chocolate?
Pepsi and
Would you like
gratitude.
some chocolate?
Some chocolate.
Would you like to have Reese's?
I'll get her. Yeah, I'll take her
Stay there,
Reese's. Okay, thank you. See, she treats me right. I love it. Yeah, this brought to you by Pepsi. They owe me a lot of money now. And it wasn't until I was almost done with my live that I was like, I gotta track down my tripod and stop this shaking. But then look what Heather brought me. She's so sweet. Oh, you are so cute.
You
I didn't.
deserve a silver platter.
You're
for all your
so
hard work.
nice, you guys.
Aw,
That's so
we'll do a
sweet.
Pina colada later.
We'll do a pina colada later.
Yeah, a big old pina colada.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, that is the end of our fun yard sale day together. These are just some random pictures that Heather sent me later on. But this last one was right before we all parted ways. And my mom is wearing that hat, though she doesn't actually wear hats. She just happened to be carrying it out to the car on her head and was like, wait, what? We're taking a picture? So anyway, just thought that was funny. Okay, now we are going to get into the cleanup, some things that we learned, and then some things we might do differently and some other thoughts that I had. Plus, you'll get to hear a little message from Heather, a very positive message. She's a very positive person, and she's just going to talk about how she's gotten through some of the hard times that she has been through. But this is a couple days later. We had actually left things set up to let her do a sale on Sunday if she wanted to, because she had talked about possibly wanting to do that since we put in all the effort to get everything set up. But it rained on Sunday, like really hard, and she just had to throw everything in the garage really quickly. So that's why it's kind of chaos in here. So this was early on a Monday that my mom and I came back to grab our stuff. And by the way, Heather is getting ready for an appointment, so she's not able to be out here with us. But yeah, anyway, I'm sure the question that you guys are all wanting an answer to was this worth it? And all the weeks of getting everything sorted and organized and getting ready for this yard sale, how much did we make? And was it worth it? Did it pay off? The answer is a resounding no, not at all. And I'm sure that shocks no one. So I think the ending figure, and it's really hard to say exactly because, you know, there were the whatnot sales and then the stuff that Heather sold after the fact that, you know, we had set aside for her to look at. And then she ended up selling those after the yard sale was all said and done. So I am not sure exactly how much that was, but I'm guessing all in all, it was less than $600, which would be amazing for a regular yard sale, but not something of this magnitude. And I think probably at least a third of that was some of the stuff that we had brought. So it was just not that successful. And I think I started to recognize that it was not going to be that successful once I started coming across more and more and more of the same types of clothing, because it's a very specific type of person that you're targeting. And there's only so many people who love leggings and tanks as much as Dorothy did. And I love my leggings, but it's a completely different type of legging. And though these were very pretty, and even at times I was like, oh, this is going to be the best yard sale. Look at all these beautiful colors, and everything just was so appealing looking, but it's not everybody's style. So, and everybody's size. It's just, yeah, it's a very small group of people that you're targeting. And that can be a really hard thing to hear if it's your own clothing or a loved one's clothing, or any of their other belongings for that matter, because you place more value on it than other people do just because it belonged to a loved one. And so you think if they loved it, other people will love it too, right? But I think things only become valuable when you attach memories to them, and those memories are specifically yours. So nobody else is going to care about that stuff. So that's just a fact, and can be hard to hear, but that's what we're dealing with. So several of you in the past videos have mentioned you have gone through something similar. And so, you know, you've been here, done that, and probably were just like, yeah, this is not going to go well. And you were right. It didn't. But we live and learn. And I think some of us have to go through this process to learn something, while others can learn from other people's mistakes. And so we're letting you guys learn from our mistakes and things that we could have done better. Like, I think this could have been more successful had we just done a by appointment only, like we did with the pre-sale, because I think that way you're not having to set up so much. It just stays inside. You can just do it as time permits, and over a period of time that you're working at the house. So it doesn't really take a lot of extra time. So there's that, or Facebook Marketplace, or the easiest, just donate it all and get the tax write-off. But this is a tremendous amount of clothing. So I can see how that's also difficult, because there are some places that just won't take this amount of clothing. Even if you spread it out between different shelters and thrift stores, it's a lot, and very specific type of stuff. Can you see everybody at the women's shelter all wearing the exact same thing, because we got this massive amount of clothing from one person? And by the way, she was always planning to donate most of this clothing, but there is that problem that there's just too many to go to one place. So I think she's just trying to hit all avenues. So we've done the yard sale thing. She still has all of these clothes, because I think she's just like, I don't know what to do with all of these clothes. So this is, again, why it's so kind, as you are still alive, to just pare down and live not necessarily minimalist, but to not leave your loved ones with just a massive amount of stuff to deal with. This is just a huge burden. I can't even imagine. I mean, clothes are supposed to be easy. And so if it's this hard for the clothes, I can't imagine what the other stuff's going to be like. But yeah. And by the way, yes, I know Swedish death cleaning is what I was describing in the last video. And I forgot to actually just say Swedish death cleaning. But yes, Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning is the book that I read several years ago and love the concept. So I will link that in my video description. And that book will tell you everything else that I would love to say within this video, but I'm running out of time, and I still wanted to share that message from Heather, as well as show you the amazing before and after pictures. So I asked Heather if she could share any thoughts that she had that might help somebody else who might be struggling through a really hard time right now, because if anybody knows about a hard time, it's Heather. After taking care of 4 very sick family members and then watching them pass away, it would be so hard to stay positive. And she has always been so upbeat every time I'm around her. So I just asked her to share some thoughts about how she has managed to get through this. So here was her response in a text. She says, in answer to how I try managing, coping, etc., is I truly believe and put into practice the glass is half full versus half empty thoughts. Consciously making an effort to stay positive is, I think, what gets me through stuff, Bonnie. And I absolutely believe in the power of prayer, and our thoughts dictate everything. And as much as I believe this to be true, sometimes it's definitely more difficult at times, more so than others. Yep, my nickname at times was Pollyanna. And I'm always trying to remind myself the not so good thoughts about whatever, or beating myself up, I should have done this or that. Thoughts like that, I try to stop, because I know it only hurts me. So forgiving ourselves through self-talk and prayer, and others as well, really helps me get through my day. All of the above, Bonnie. Plus, absolutely believing and feeling blessed and grateful for so much is a huge part of who I am. And even during the many challenges I've been faced with, to literally go through the pain and not try to push it under a rug is so important. And to try to look at the pain as somewhat of a blessing, because you're actually feeling it and working through it, versus pushing it down to not feel uncomfortable to try to stay out of pain. And then this next text is absolutely Heather to a T, and something that I wouldn't have thought of to be something that got her through this. But she says, and to be authentically excited for others' accomplishments. I'm the biggest cheerleader, and cheering someone on is so important to me and something that makes me feel good. And seeing the good in people, as well as having compassion for people, is so important. And I was witness to this from the first day that we were there working. When I say we were talking a lot of that time, a lot of it was about my channel and how she could help to, whatever she could do to help boost it. And she just was my biggest cheerleader. So I just love you, Heather, and I'm so thankful I got to work with you. And I'm super excited to show you guys these before and after pictures. Heather, about a few days after we did the yard sale, started sending me these pictures. And I was getting ready to go on my cruise, so I was just casually looking at these pictures going, okay, so we're cleaning up after the yard sale. Cool. And, and then I see these dusty spots. I'm like, okay, she's moving the bed and getting things cleaned up in her mom's room. That's awesome. Look at all that dust. And I was like, wow, she's really moving some stuff around. So anyway, she kind of left it there, and I didn't get any more pictures until I got back. So I was definitely not expecting the pictures that I did get. I'm not going to show you her mom's room yet. We'll tease that out a little bit. We're going to start downstairs. This is in that storage area, if you remember. And this is what it looked like right after the yard sale, because everything had just been thrown back in there right after. So this is her just cleaning it up. And so I'll show you this area first, that she got that entryway cleared. And then we're going to go back to when we first started working on it, and then to when I was working on the holiday stuff, and then that when I was done with it. And then here is the current after. Looks amazing. Look how much stuff she got rid of. Okay, now this is that family room area, and here is after I was done with it. I don't know, it was a couple videos ago. And it looked pretty decent. It was tidy, right? Well, wait till you see the before and after of this space. She didn't send many pictures of actually cleaning the space, but she did send that of the windowsill there. And then here is where we started and what it looks like now. Oh my gosh, can you even believe that? And also, I love that dresser. She grew up with that. She loves it too. Okay, now onto Shauna's room, and this is the one with the hidden closet. She's just taking pictures right after the yard sale and everything, just getting tossed back in there. So this is what it was looking like. Everything behind that dresser that I had moved over there, and then that hutch, which she moved out by herself. She was showing me the progress along the way, and that she finally got it out to the deck. And then she got some of the stains out of the carpet in there. So here's just a little peek at the after. It's not quite done yet. So I will give you the before from where she started on it and the after. Is that not gorgeous? This might be my favorite room. Did I mention that she does interior decorating? Among many other things that she does, she's just very multi-talented, and she is really good at it. Okay, moving back to the room that you guys probably know the best, that I spent the most time in by far, sorting and organizing. So these are all the pictures that I took when I got started in there. And I already showed you some of the other pictures of her working on it, but here is a before and here is after. It doesn't even look like the same room, right? Because she's adjusted everything, and those mirrors are actually the closet doors that she just left off. So see, there's all the clothes still hanging there, still needing to figure out what to do with them. And that is the end of our series. I hope you guys had fun and that maybe you also learned something along the way. And I'm going to end by showing you the luggage set that Heather gifted me that I took on my cruise. It is Lori sized, although I couldn't fit any of my other clothes, so I decided to take her out. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys joined me for all of these episodes, right? You're going to go back and watch the other ones if you haven't? Yeah. Okay. And remember to like and subscribe. Otherwise, I might fire my mom. So, yeah, it's up to you. And Lori and I say until next time. Bye, guys.